Let's look at the pre-plan of our cat. We're going to start with the head and the body. Find an appropriate size paper to create the head and the body. If you feel more comfortable, you can draw out your design first. But if you want to, you can draw with your scissors, which means just cut the shapes out directly to the paper. Allow your paper to overlap a little bit. So take a look at this. This body is going to be just a little bit bigger so that the head can go right over the top. It can overlap. That's going to make it look like a more complete image when it's all done. Now for the gluing. White glue to me is the strongest bond that we have in the art classroom, but it's only strong if you smear it with your finger. So kind of moving that glue all the way to the edges really helps out. This is another big part, is holding down the paper so that it does not have any floppies. Being patient, holding your hands down on the top is really important if you want your paper to stay there for a long time. You can use any glue method that you choose, the white glue, glue sponge, even glue stick for some areas. But if it's a large piece and you need it to stick down really, really well, white glue is going to be your choice. But again, using your fingers, smearing it around. Don't be afraid to do this. Have a paper towel beside you. You can wipe off your fingers as much as you need. Now, when you think everything is glued down nice and tight, double check for any floppies. Look at that, I put the glue directly on my finger, so I just have a little bit to put on the back of the paper. And using paper towel to kind of smash this down and wipe off any excess glue is going to be really helpful as well. Now we're looking back at our pre-plan for some of the details that we're going to add on top of the base of our cat. So I'm going to look at the eyes right now, and what I'm using is just another piece of white paper, just a scrap piece of paper that I can build all the layers of the eyes on. So in my pre-plan, in my design, I had many different layers. The white of the eyes, the iris, the pupil, I had a little fleck of white to show light, and I even had some eyelashes. So what I'm doing is creating the eyes actually on another piece of paper before I bring it to my final collage. Almost all the layers of my eyes are complete. Now I can take, because of that white paper that I built it on, and just cut around the white paper and have one thing to glue onto my final collage. This is really helpful as well because you're not dealing with a bunch of little pieces. I am, however, going to add my eyelashes that I really wanted on my eyes as I place this down, using that overlapping that I did with the ears and the neck and the head. Some details are just too difficult to add with collage, or maybe we're running out of time. Either way, you can use Sharpie markers to kind of finish up any details that you want to add to your cat.